Okay. That was my bad. My bad. That was, let me explain what happened just there. As I was starting up, I saw that it said mic in, and I could see that there was input coming in, and it said Elgato Wave 3, and I got it confused with my Razer. I think it's a Razer 3. Because I was recording I'm old and I get all kinds of technical issues. I apologize. Welcome to the stream. But I was recording a video on the Tangem. I got the new Tangem wallet and I was recording a video, and somehow when I was reconfiguring everything and getting things up and running, somehow there was input coming in on my webcam audio. And I recorded an hour's worth of video, and then when I went to review it, there was this horrible echo because I had two mics running at the same time that were both active, and then they were feeding back into each other. So every 5 seconds or so, I could hear myself repeating what I had just said. So I thought that nightmarish scenario had happened again when I looked over and saw that mic input, and I was like, I am going to nip that one in the bud by disabling the audio on that mic before the live stream starts. And sure enough, I accidentally muted the input for the actual mic that I should have that I'm using. So it wasn't me accidentally muting the mic. It was me inadvertently, purposely, by accident, muting the mic from my computer. Sorry, guys. Here we go again. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. I think I need a sip of tea. Okay. Well, all right. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about the news. We'll talk about altcoins. Going to move some crypto around for you guys. And as always, I will take your questions. And let's hope we get going. Man. Always ready to humble me. Hey, let's see what we got over here. I believe this is it. Oh, how'd that happen? Okay. Man, it's just like crazy tonight. This is the one we want, right? Yeah. All right, so I want to thank everyone for being here. Andy and Kenny being here early, as always, greeting each other. Mr. Miskey, Mr. Orange, Asil. Asil had a question about, he noticed on a video that I used a max, but I think what I had done on that video was I had clicked max and then adjusted the total, if I recall. But generally, when I'm swapping or sending crypto in an Ethereum wallet, I never do the max amount of Ethereum when I do a trade or a transfer, because you need Ethereum for your gas fees for other stuff, right? So very rarely will I do a max fee or a max amount on my Ethereum when I do a transfer or a swap. So in answer to your question, I don't usually do that. And Think Blue is here, the new Trezor Safe 3 worth upgrading if I have a Trezor 1. We're going to take a look at the Trezor Safe. I didn't actually look at it very closely, but I had heard someone say that it discovers, that it supports more coins. I don't know if that's the case or not. I contacted Satoshi Labs and asked them to send me one, so I should probably get one in the next week or so. But I don't see anything on here that says that it's going to support more cryptos than the normal Trezor suite. Yeah, so I'm not really, I just thought it had a new interface. But, and like I said, I didn't have a chance to get too deep into it, but I don't see anything in this description that indicates that it supports more, supported coins. Let's see what they got here. Okay, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, which I don't think the Trezor suite supports currently. Solana. Well, actually, it does when you're using it with a third-party wallet. Polkadot not supported. Solana not supported. Tron not supported. And most of these others, Cosmos not supported by an exchange. I don't know how that would work. Monero is supported if you use third-party wallet. So yeah, so I don't see any like groundbreaking additional coin support. But I mean, it's a brand new wallet from Trezor. I mean, I gotta have it. That's all I can say. Yeah. So I'm in the middle of greeting everyone. Scott is here. Thank you. Joanne L. Thank you for being here. King Labila, excuses. Yeah, that's me, Mr. Excuse. I'm not old, LOL, ha ha ha. My dad watches you. That's funny. Yeah, my dad, I don't think my dad watches the stream. He had a little bit of trouble trying to get in. I didn't think that at the time I had members only set up, but I think his problem was he wasn't logged into his YouTube account. I think back in the day when anyone could watch, you still had to be logged into your YouTube account. And I don't think he had a YouTube account or a Google account or whatever. But yeah, I don't think he watches the stream. But he asked me about it. Hello, everyone. I think it's the same coins as the one before. Yeah, no XRP. Actually, Trezor Suite supports XRP. So that's kind of weird that it wouldn't. Let's take a look at that one more time. What was that? 8,000 plus coin support. Yeah, they always say that because if you support ERC20 tokens, then you support thousands of coins, you know. And if your wallet works with MetaMask, which the Trezor does, then you've got all the Binance Smart Chain tokens, you've got all the Polygon tokens, you know, and they support Cardano, which also has a lot of sub tokens. So yeah, I've got a lot of people will ask me about that, and I don't think Trezor is the only one that says that about their wallet, that they support 8,000 plus coins, and people are like, hey, I thought it supported 8,000 plus coins. Why doesn't it support CoinX or Polkadot or Cosmos or whatever? Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just the interface, if I'm not mistaken. Trezor Safe. It looks like a Trezor 1. It looks cool though. Yeah. Yeah, it looks similar to the Trezor 1. And the price point is slightly higher. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to get my hands on one so I can let you know. Yeah. But I could have sworn that they support XRP, if I'm not mistaken. Anywho. All right, so I think I've no crybabies allowed in Rex's house. Danielle Berry, hey, Emmanuel, thanks for being here. Christopher, they have 2 dedicated to BC and the other multiple coin. 1, 2, I believe, and I may be mistaken, but I believe that, am I in the right thing here? I don't think I'm in there. The Trezor T description. I believe the way it works is that am I on this or what? Oh. Boy, I'm just having all kinds of trouble. Why won't this take me to the page? Okay, there it goes. Oh, okay. I guess they do have a Bitcoin-only device. I was under the impression that it was a firmware decision. If you decided to install the Bitcoin-only firmware, it would be a Bitcoin-only wallet. But this looks like they've... I can't seem to get... It's not responding to me. Okay, there, it went back. Okay, so it looks like there are 2 different wallets, and the Bitcoin one appears to be sold out. Wow, okay. We're going to talk about wallets tonight. We'll get into a deep conversation about hardware wallets, so we'll get back to this. For those of you who are not familiar with my stream, if you look down in the description, you can see a short summary of our top story. I've got a pre-order link here for the Trezor Safe 3. I've got a link here for the Ngrave, and I did get some indication that there were some orders placed using my link this week. So I thank those of you who bought a Ngrave using my link. And until November 10th, you'll get $30 off the combo, which is pretty cool. You've got my Amazon store link here, and then I have successfully set up the CryptoDad's shop. And I'm pretty sure that the YouTube integration is working. So if you see CryptoDad merch underneath the YouTube video, that's it. It links to my store. So I got that set up last week, and my wife and I added a few more products here. This journal, I'm cryptographically safe and secure. We've got the hoodie, the t-shirt. This one says get your Krypton. We've got the 2 coffee cups, and we've got a I'm cryptographically safe and secure decal. And I want to get some more stuff added to the store, and I want to put some services on there for anyone that needs like a wallet setup, one-on-one session, or a Q&A session, or a troubleshooting session or something like that. But I need to get like the mechanics of it and the pricing and everything. I've currently got my email down in the description below. If you need to get with me one-on-one, my email is down here. And I had a couple of people that sent me some emails, and we went back and forth. And I'm going to meet with them, one of them in person because he's in Michigan, and then the other on Zoom or Echo, or not Echo, Google Meet. And then we also have all of the news stories and a bunch of affiliate links for wallets and exchanges. So let's jump into the news, guys. I've been farting around for 14 minutes now, what with the mic thing and all. So here's our top story. SEC won't appeal loss in Grayscale case, boosting the odds of GBTC. GBTC can become a Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is not a full-blown ETF, but you can invest in it and sort of indirectly invest in Bitcoin by holding stock in their trust, or however share of the trust, or however that works. And they're trying to convert it to a Bitcoin ETF, and they were rejected with extreme prejudice by the SEC a few months back. And then they appealed, and the court ruled that SEC was way too hasty in their rejection, and that they're going to have to consider their application. And the SEC was talking about maybe appealing that, and then they decided not to, right? This is the current state of affairs. The SEC has indicated that it will not appeal the decision. Blah, 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 blah. The Securities and Exchange won't appeal the court's scathing reversal of its decision not to let Grayscale convert its Bitcoin trust into a more investor-friendly exchange-traded fund. The market's regulator had until Friday to decide on challenging the court's decision, but the SEC will let that deadline come and go without appealing. So they didn't really say anything. They just didn't do anything before the deadline. Bitcoin popped up a little bit on that news. The Securities and Exchange Commission recently approved the trading of 2 Bitcoin futures funds on national exchanges, but denied approval of Grayscale's Bitcoin fund. SEC spokespeople didn't immediately respond, of course. It's unclear how they will proceed, but this is good news. They're going to have to consider the application, and it seems like the obstacles are slowly being taken down that stand between Bitcoin and an ETF fund, right? So Dan predicted that we're going to see a Bitcoin ETF by January of 2024. We'll see. It might come sooner. Who knows? So that's pretty good news. And let's see, what else do we have on our agenda tonight? We're dealing with logjam in the Senate. The Republicans have such a slim majority in the House of Representatives that it makes it difficult for them to get anything passed without full support of all of the Republicans. So when you have such a slim margin and all the Democrats are voting no, then in order to get a speaker elected, they need to have, like, everybody has to be on board. And when McCarthy was elected earlier this year, he had to make a bunch of deals to get people to come over to vote for him, that there were so many provisions that made it easy for them to unseat him if they weren't happy. And that's exactly what happened. He was unseated by his own party. I think it was mostly Getz who was the spearhead of that process. But since McCarthy was removed as speaker, we need a new speaker. Scalise was nominated, but when he was going around making deals, trying to gather the votes that he needed to actually get elected Speaker of the House, he wasn't able to get enough support and withdrew. And so now it looks like it's Jim Jordan who's going to give it a try. I don't think he has a lot of support from moderate Republicans. So it's going to be another uphill struggle. The practical upshot of which is that the acting Speaker of the House, who is Patrick McHenry, because he is the acting Speaker of the House, he is not going to have time to get to the crypto legislation. That's where this story affects all of us, because he's got to do the he's the one in charge of the heavy lifting on crypto legislation. The extent of McHenry's powers as stand-in speaker are unclear, but it's unlikely that pushing crypto legislation would be a top priority. Scalise is staying in his current job. Tom Emmer, one of crypto's biggest fans in Congress, won't get greater power by stepping into that majority leader role. Ah, okay. So if Scalise had won Speaker of the House, then they would have had to elect a new majority leader, which is another honorary title in the Congress, which would have been taken by Rep. Tom Emmer, who's a fan of crypto. But now that Scalise has withdrawn from the Speaker race, he's going back into his old role. So, yeah, the power, the machinations in the House of Representatives are kind of working against crypto and getting new crypto legislation passed. We're talking about reasonable crypto regulation being passed by Congress, which is really the way that it needs to be done, rather than the SEC ruling by prosecution or ruling by, just suing people. Yeah, so that's kind of bad news. So we got the good news, bad news, right? We got the good news for ETFs, it appears, and bad news for crypto legislation. Too bad. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, I like this story. This is interesting. Carolyn, okay, here we go. I love this headline. Chinese bribes, Thai prostitutes, and an end to the lies. Caroline Ellison's explosive second day of testimony against Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah. The only thing missing from that headline is Ladyboy. It's crazy. So apparently, during Caroline Ellison's testimony, she was talking about how they were trying to bribe. First, they were trying to convince Chinese officials to allow them access to funds that they had stuck on a Chinese exchange. It had been shut down, or they had been locked out of it. They were trying to convince the Chinese government to allow them to get back into this exchange. They couldn't do that, so then they resorted to trying to bribe the Chinese government officials, and that failed. And then apparently they were trying to create some new accounts with some IDs that once they had the new accounts created, they were somehow going to give their funds to those accounts. I don't know. I guess they were able to do in transfer, but they couldn't withdraw. I don't know what the whole story was. But the IDs that they were using, according to Caroline Ellison, belonged to Thai prostitutes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So they were trying to, they had funds stuck on a Chinese exchange and they were trying to get it out so they could gather some liquidity because they were under pressure with loans that they had taken out, and they were people were wanting to get paid back. So they were under a lot of pressure. So pretty stunning testimony from Caroline Ellison. It seemed like a pretty fly-by-night organization going on there. Pretty crazy stuff, but criminal, right? Hi, Rex. I'm technological. Do you know if Ledger Stacks will be a 12 or 24-word seed phrase? I want to buy the new Trezor Keep Metal, but they only have 12-word versions. The Trezor Keep is only 12 words? That's interesting. Let's see here. That's a very good question, Boston Sue. Let's see here. I think it's in accessories here. So I see. Yeah, it's only a 12-word. Interesting. Well, let me just say this. I don't know the exact mathematical. I don't know the exact details, but I can give this to you in broad terms. There are a lot of people out there, and I'm not saying it's you, Boston Sue, But there are a lot of people out there that would prefer, well, you do prefer. There are a lot of people out there that would prefer a 12-word phrase over, I'm sorry, they would prefer a 24-word recovery phrase over a 12-word recovery phrase because more is better. I get it, right? But in reality, a 12-word recovery phrase is sufficient security. Crypto wallets are generally not hacked by people brute force cracking the seed phrase. I don't think that happens. I don't think it has ever happened. Most of the time, people get their funds stolen because they reveal their seed phrase, whether it's 12 or 24, or the private key or the password on the wallet is hacked by a remote hacker that has access to like a hot wallet. Or it's a malicious contract. The idea that someone is going to brute force hack your recovery phrase is, I don't think it's ever happened. But people always think that, oh, I should do 24 instead of 12. Let me give you just a rough example. Like I said, I don't know this, but let's just put it in these terms. Let's just say it would, if you were to brute force hack a 12-word recovery phrase, it would take 5,000 years. Let's say it that way. Under our current system, with the most powerful computer in the world, running 24/7, it would take 5,000 years to hack a 12-word recovery phrase. And it would take 10,000 years to hack a 24-word recovery phrase. Like I said, I'm just speaking in general terms. I'm not sure of, if I've got my years and everything correct. But the point is that if it's going to take them 5,000 years to hack your 12-word recovery phrase, I think that's enough, right? So, the 12-word recovery phrase is more than sufficient for a secure crypto wallet. There are a lot of wallets out there that use 12-word recovery phrases, but people tend to say more is better. But I get it, right? You want to save a 12-word. I get that. Now there's also, now we're on the subject of Trezor here. When you set up a Trezor T, the default when you set up a brand new wallet is a 12-word recovery phrase. I'm not sure why that is. But when you set up a Trezor 1, the default is a 24-word recovery phrase. So it's kind of weird. But there is a way around that. It's not going to apply to this 12-word seed here. But if you, instead of creating a brand new wallet when you're setting up a Trezor T, if you restore a Trezor T using an existing seed phrase, you can choose a 24-word recovery phrase. So if you're like me and you have this little device here, which is from Elipal, which is really a little cool device that will generate a random seed phrase for you, then you can create your own 24-word seed phrase and restore it to a Trezor Model T to give it a 24-word recovery phrase, right? And it would just, if you created an empty one, it would just be blank, right? It would just be like you created it. So there is a way around that with a Trezor T. If you want a Trezor T with a 24-word recovery phrase, then you can do a restore. You can do this one too. I don't know exactly how secure this one is, but if you were to disconnect your computer and simply generate a seed phrase using the mnemonic code converter, that might be another way. There's a way to roll dice to create 24-word recovery phrases. It's all kind of complicated, but it can be done. Now, as far as if you want to back up a 24-word recovery phrase, you can buy two of these. All right. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Of course, it would cost you $200, right? But there are lots of metal seed phrase restore that can do 24 words. But this is one of them here, the crypto steel. The crypto steel can handle a 24-word backup phrase or a 12-word. And there's lots of crypto seed phrase metallic medium out there. Yeah. But we'll talk more about wallets here. Let's get through the rest of the news. That was kind of an entertaining story about Catherine. But I did want, the next story is going to be somewhat controversial. So bear with me, guys. I don't want to start like a whole thing here, but I do want to talk about this situation in relation to cryptocurrency and censorship. So we have this story here. Hamas-linked crypto accounts frozen by Israeli police with Binance's help, report. So Israeli authorities had previously seized around 190 Binance accounts with alleged ties to terrorist groups. Israeli police have frozen cryptocurrency accounts linked to Palestinian militant group Hamas, local media outlet Calasist reported. A multi-pronged attack on Israel by Hamas over the weekend has broken out into all-out war. The cyber arm of Israeli police's Lava 433 unit worked with the country's defense ministry, intelligence agencies, and crypto exchange Binance to target the accounts in question. So it's war. I'm not a big fan of war. I don't like to take sides. But as far as crypto is concerned, I have no problem with the Israeli cyber defense attacking their Hamas counterparts, right? That's all's fair game in war, right? What concerns me is Binance taking sides. Now, don't get mad. Don't go, oh, how can you support terrorists? All I'm saying is Binance seems to be taking sides here. And there's quite a few people in the world that support the Palestinian cause, right? I'm not saying one way or the other how I feel. I'm just stating facts. So, but it concerns me that Binance is getting involved in this on one side or the other, right? I would be concerned if Binance was helping Hamas attack Israeli crypto accounts. And the interesting thing here, it says it added that any funds seized are destined for the Israeli National Treasury. So, like I said, if this was just Israel and their cyber unit stealing crypto from Hamas, hey, it's war, okay? Both sides probably doing what they can. But for Binance to get involved seems anti-crypto to me. I'm just saying, right? A lawsuit, and this is because he's under a lot of political pressure. A lawsuit, I'm talking about CZ, right? A lawsuit filed against Binance's CEO, CZ Zhao, by the U.S. Commodities Futures in March alleges the firm's officers knew of Hamas's transactions on the platform. So they're already being sued by the U.S. over them supposedly either helping or looking the other way on Hamas's fundraising accounts. Israeli authorities had previously seized around 100. Okay, we got all that. This is not the full story that I wanted to cover. Let me see. I think there was an opinion piece. Here, this one. I don't have a link to this, but it's a current news story. Basically, he's breaking down the situation, and it's not clear that Hamas even has this crypto. Hamas has raised $41 million in crypto, and that the law enforcement was struggling to contain the flows. The inference is clear. Crypto is subterfuge and shadowy and not to be trusted at a time of war. The piece notes gaps in financial crime controls at exchanges that facilitate payments. Binance was cited by intelligence agencies in Israel and the U.S. as one platform where suspicious transactions might have occurred. None of this is proven, right? Even in that previous article, it was alleged, right? So there was no judge and jury and guilty verdict. It was just allegations. So how worried should we be about terrorist financing via crypto? A former CIA staffer who has been tracking crypto financing of terrorism since 2016, now is a director of money laundering, cyber risk at the Crypto Council for Innovation in San Francisco. He argues that crypto is far from a golden ticket for groups wanting to raise money secretly. So none of this is secret. In fact, it may be exactly the opposite. The public nature of public blockchains, exchanges, and wallet addresses open up terrorist financing to scrutiny. It is a double-edged sword. The terrorist group may get some donations from a donor who is, dumb enough to fund your public wallet, but that's going to raise the risk of that person being caught and coming under the radar of security. In fact, Hamas said it was suspending its Bitcoin donation campaigns for exactly this reason. Reading between the lines, they're saying, look, we've been raising this, we've been getting donations, but what it's doing is bringing attention to us when these wallets are being publicized. It's allowing intel, security, law enforcement to actually go after and find who our supporters are and learn about the network. When FONSI first started tracking crypto financing of terrorism in 2016, Hamas raised about $600 that year. But after some success in 2019 and 20, the flow of crypto donations has started to slow. FONS noted two other nuances that may have been lost on readers of the Wall Street Journal. One, it's not clear if that money raised in crypto actually went into the attack on Israel last weekend, though that was the inference. The Wall Street Journal report does not say Hamas used $40 million for this attack. That's not there. We can't determine that. But of course, it's coming out on Tuesday. That's the implication. And two, it's not clear if the millions raised actually reached the terrorists at all. The funds may have been seized by law enforcement along the way. So a lot of inference here. But the question is crypto... if we're into crypto because it's uncensorable, it looks like, according to these two stories, that it is indeed censorable. But I would point out that they're getting help from a crypto exchange. Wallet to wallet can't be censored, but it can be tracked. And they talked about that in the second story. If Hamas is saying, hey, donate to our public wallet, and they post the address of their public wallet, and donations come in, those donations can be tracked on the blockchain back to whoever made the donation. So it's not a very good method for them to accept donations because their supporters are being found out. So it's a sticky issue. So I wanted to get those news stories out there because our main discussion topic tonight is Bitcoin censorable? Isn't that what I wrote? How did I put it? Can Bitcoin be censored, right? And we'll talk about that in a little more depth. And I do have one more story, which turned out to kind of be a bit of a nothing burger, but apparently it was a thing. And that apparently MetaMask was briefly pulled from the Apple Store. Now, the implication here was that Apple has decided that they don't want to, have MetaMask on the Apple Store anymore. There was some other app that got taken down off the Apple Store not too long ago that I thought was related to crypto. But today, there was a big panic because apparently Apple had pulled MetaMask off the App Store. But it was restored. And I think it was a technical issue having to do with MetaMask itself, right? So there was an alert given out that MetaMask may have been removed, and then some people from MetaMask heard, and they were trying to work it out, figure out what was going on. And MetaMask tweeted on their official account, they're aware MetaMask isn't currently available. This is not related to anything malicious, and our team is working hard to resolve it ASAP. And shortly thereafter, the app was restored to the App Store. So it doesn't seem like it was Apple trying to, making a unilateral decision to pull MetaMask off the App Store. So, but a little bit scary, right? And keep in mind, we're going to talk a little bit about wallets here. If you, let's say, you downloaded MetaMask from the App Store onto your phone, and you wrote down your seed phrase, because that's how MetaMask works. They give you a seed phrase, and then you're using that on your phone exclusively to manage your crypto. And you think that if MetaMask gets pulled off the Apple Store and something happens to your phone and you need to reinstall it, then you're stuck out and you've lost all your crypto. That's not true. Any crypto wallet that has a seed phrase can be restored, and 12, 24-word recovery phrases are BIP39 standards. They are compatible with multiple wallets. So that's one of the top questions I get on my channel is, what if something happens to this wallet or this company, then what? People seem to think that all of their crypto is dependent on the particular wallet they're using. That is not the case if you have a backup phrase. So I just want to kind of get that out there. We're going to talk a little bit more about wallet integrity here, shipping, and but let me get caught up with the stream questions here. Dan is here. Thanks for being here. Dan's predicting that all ETFs will be approved by mid-Jan 24. Yay. Don't you know? Oh, okay. So we talked about the ledger stacks. Oh, do you know if the ledger stacks will be a 12 or 24 word seed phrase? Unfortunately, I don't know. I would assume that it's going to be 24. Every ledger device that they have put out, from the Ledger Nano S to the Ledger Nano X, has been a 24-word seed phrase. So I would assume that the ledger stacks will have a 24-word seed phrase. Okay, FOMO Sapien. Hi, Rex. I'm technologically deprived and can't update my ledger firmware. I want to recover my crypto via seed phrase and new hot wallet. Any tips or recommendations for recovery with hot wallet? It's not that difficult to update your firmware. I hate to see someone saying that they don't feel they're capable of running a firmware update, but now they want to attempt to restore their seed phrase to a hot wallet, which is, I think they're both about equal as far as technically challenging. But I don't want to steer you wrong, but your question is, do I have any recommendations? And you can, let me see here. I'm going to share my phone with you guys so you can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully this will work on the first try. I think that did, wherever it is. Yeah. So the Trust Wallet is a great hot wallet. Oh, what's this? Exciting changes ahead. If you prefer to disable auto updates to avoid automatic installs. No, I'll go ahead and let it update. The Trust Wallet, if you start a new wallet, and I think I'm almost out, they only let you do like 4 or 5. But if you start a brand new wallet, you can do a restore in Trust Wallet. And it is a and make sure you use the multi-coin option. And that will give you access to any crypto that you may have had on your Trezor or Ledger. I think you said it was a Ledger device. So Trust Wallet. You can do it with MetaMask too, but MetaMask, I believe MetaMask will allow you to restore a 24-word recovery phrase. Let me see if I can demo this for you. I'm going to put this over here for a sec. I don't think... Okay, all right, I think I got it here. All right, so if we, and I may have already, okay, yeah, I've already created this wallet, but, yeah, doggone it, I don't have a spare browser that doesn't have MetaMask installed, or do I? Let's see here. I think I can get rid of this one. I hope there's nothing in here. Let me check. Okay, got it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, so let's just, whoops. Come on, Rex, what are you doing here? Come on, how do you do this? You click here. Oh, it's here, okay. Here it is, remove, okay, good. All right, so, boo, 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 boo. All right, so let's do a fresh one. So if you're using MetaMask, and you can use MetaMask on a disconnected machine, right? If you want to, but you would still, it would need to be connected if you're going to try to recover the crypto and move it around somewhere. But see here, you can pull this down and tell it you have a 24-word recovery phrase. Unfortunately, because of the way MetaMask works, you wouldn't have access to any Bitcoin on that seed phrase, but you would have access to all the EVM stuff, like your Ethereum and your ERC20 tokens, and if you have Polygon or Binance Smart Chain or whatever. But Trust Wallet is probably your best bet, because Trust Wallet is a multi-coin wallet that supports Bitcoin and everything else that you may have on your, whoops, come on, on your ledger, right? But it's not recommended. I would recommend just doing the firmware update. It's not rocket science. All you have to do is go over to the My Ledger section and click Update Firmware. You don't even have to disconnect the device. It'll just follow the steps, and then the hardest part is re-entering your PIN, and then boom, you're done. It'll automatically reinstall all your apps for you. It's not as challenging as you've made it out to be. I would recommend just running the firmware update. But that's just me. Do we see more BTC downturn for remaining a year? I'm not good at predictions as far as the Bitcoin market goes. There's so many, what we call swan, deep, what is it called? Deep swan, dark swan, swan? Whatever that thing was when COVID hit, we had like the dark swan event. I can't talk. Let's see, Daniel Johnson. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict where the market's going to go when there's so many world events that could cause financial panics. I thought that, we're looking towards the Bitcoin halving next year. Before the year end, I don't know, really. There's a lot going on. Bitcoin ETFs, if it were approved, would be great for the price of Bitcoin. But, war and financial collapse would be bad for Bitcoin. Let's just put it like that. CryptoDad, can everyone kindly give thumbs up? Thank you, Daniel. Hi, Trezor Model T has a feature where you can display your balances on your mobile phone. Not that I'm aware of. The Trezor does not have Bluetooth, and I think you can connect it to talking about Model T. I think you can connect it to an Android phone using the USB-C cable. It looks like they have that here, right? You could download the app for, Okay, so yeah, they do have an iOS app. Interesting. How would this work? I didn't think it had Bluetooth. I don't believe this actually connects to the device. I think that you would simply be able to track your wallet in this. Yeah, don't download this and then receive crypto. There's no way to get it off. Yeah. Yeah, I have not done this, but as far as I know, they don't interface with a phone. Yeah, that's interesting. Why don't I just download it just for the heck of it and see what happens? I didn't even know they had one. Whoops. Let's see here. Trezor. Okay. Oh, well, there they go. Trezor Suite Lite is what it says. Okay. Don't have a Trezor. Get one here. Track balances. Easily sync your coins. Receive coins. Generate QR code. Allow, not now. Get started. This requires your Trezor hardware wallet and access to Trezor Suite. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and connect our Trezor. There's an update. Okay, 7.8. Sorry, I'm speaking out loud, aren't I? Okay, did I just say that out loud? Behave. Okay, let's see. 8. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and run our update here. All right, we'll restart the software. Should be coming up here shortly. Okay. All right, so we'll just open the standard wallet here. I think there's some crypto in here, not a whole bunch. Maybe none. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of crypto in here. All right. So, but it's enough to play with, right? So this thing, we'll hit next. So we have the Trezor wallet and connected to my computer and the Trezor Suite. Let's hit next here. Sync my coins. Okay. What do we have in here? Let's sync up Ethereum, right? Okay, so let's do Ethereum. Scan receiving address. Okay, so if I go to Ethereum and do a receive, there's that. Okay, so it wants me to scan that. Give it access to the camera. And there we go. So yeah, I mean you're just tracking your balances that you have on your Trezor Suite desktop. Right? There is no connection for the device to the phone. So you can't actually do a send from the Trezor Suite or the Trezor app. Right? That's why they call it Lite. It's just there for tracking. Okay. It's just there for tracking. That's all it does. Right? It's just a watch-only wallet. Let's see what else we doing here. Thanks for the show. Live from Dubai. Hey, cool. Good to have you here. Moopga. Ronald. I'll just call you Ronald. Drop especially. Okay. Dan Wester. Damn it. Had a feeling. Get a new one. Good evening. Okay, sorry, I'm losing my way here. I'm scrolling around. They are terrorists, block them. Okay. I understand. Some people feel that way. So even supposedly neutral parties like Binance, if, let's say, Russia decided, went to Binance and said, you know what, I think you should block everyone in the U.S. that has an account on Binance, and Binance did, I don't think you'd feel the same, would you? Not that that's possible. That's just a scenario. Or, you know, Ukraine. Or, well, if Russia convinced Binance to block everyone in Ukraine and steal any crypto that they had. Green Gan, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I'm just throwing scenarios out here, right? So if Russia convinced Binance to steal everyone's crypto that was in Ukraine that had a Binance account, would that be right too? Seems weird, right? Of course, you'd probably agree if Ukraine convinced Binance to steal every Russian account because, you know, we're on the West, right? We're on our side. Okay, I got my Tangem yesterday in the mail. Someone opened it before I received it, though. Kind of burned me out. Oh, okay. We're going to talk about wallet integrity. I got an email from Tangem. And I've had this, let me just see if Green, thank you so much. I appreciate that. View balances only. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about wallet integrity right now, because I've had this come up several times. And the ledger, I get a lot of people that they'll say things like, don't buy a ledger on eBay, or don't buy a ledger at Best Buy, or don't buy a ledger on Amazon because it'll be a hacked ledger. I wouldn't trust it. Well, the thing about a ledger device is that it has this thing called the genuine check, which is every ledger device has a cryptographic key embedded in it at the factory. And when you connect your device to Ledger Live, it runs a cryptographic handshake which determines whether that is a genuine ledger device and it has not been tampered with. And that's all you need. So if someone sends me a ledger device and the package is ripped open, and I go, ooh, somebody might have opened this, all I have to do is connect it to my computer, make sure that it's working, initialize the wallet, set it up, and run the genuine check. If it passes the genuine check, then I could care less whether the package was open. That's cryptography. Now, let me see if I can find this email that I got. I think it was in my wrong account. Let's look here. Here. Okay. So I got this from Diana from Tangem, right? We want to inform you that the additional seal designed to protect the Tangem wallet box from opening during transportation might get damaged. Now let me show you, and mine was. I gotta find it. Oh. So let me show you what happened. They sent me a free one, right? And they sent me that email saying, hey, I think your package got damaged. So it falls right open. So what happened was, as you can see, let me see if I can get it here without dropping everything, because I dropped it and it fell open. As you can see, the packaging has like a tear here, and you can kind of see on the inside, and it's not a tear. It's kind of like during shipping, somehow it got like just disconnected. Now you could say, oh, somebody opened it, they hacked it, I'm not going to use it, it's, you know, I'm sending it back or whatever, which I totally get, right? I mean, the idea here with these, the sticker is that it's a tamper resistant sticker. But let's read her email here real quick. We want to inform you that the additional seal designed to protect the Tangem wallet box from opening during transportation might get damaged. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, but we guarantee that you have nothing to worry about. Any damage to the box's seal does not constitute a security breach. Tangem cards cannot be physically modified, and our app can accurately check the following. The card was produced by Tangem, and the card has not been tampered with. So the Tangem app has the exact same functionality as Ledger Live in that there is a cryptographic verification check done by the app on the device, right? Tangem's end-to-end certification means that it's entirely safe to buy even in a city underpass. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So yeah, you could buy a Tangem off the back of a truck, right? And if it passes the verification check, then you're golden, right? There's one exception to this. If you buy a wallet, any wallet, on eBay or wherever, and it's already set up, and they've already initialized it, they've given you a seed phrase and a PIN, then no. That means they're trying to get you to use it's a trap, right? If you load crypto into the wallet, they'll obviously have the seed phrase and be able to access your wallet. But even if I bought a secondhand ledger, we'll just use ledger as the example, and it had already been set up with a seed phrase and a PIN, I would simply do a factory reset on the device. And after I did that, I would run a genuine check, genuine device, then a hardware reset wipes the device completely and generates a brand new local master private key. Boom, you're golden, right? So I kind of wanted to address that because as you brought up, who brought that up? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Ty got low at. I understand your concern, and I don't blame you if you decide to send it back and they're going to send you another one. But they may reply with this because apparently it's some kind of issue. Maybe those stickers that they put on the bottom, those blue stickers, got dried out or something. I don't know. But when I picked this thing up, after I took it out of the packaging, I picked it up to move it, and I had my fingers on the edges, and the bottom dropped out, and the cards fell all over the floor. And I was like, oh, I guess but you can see it's like they're not torn. It's just like, I don't get, anyway. So yeah, but if we're trusting in cryptography, which is an advanced form of mathematics only made possible by the modern computer, right? This is high-end stuff. Brute force cracking of the Bitcoin blockchain is not possible with today's technology. Now, people talk about quantum computers, but they're nowhere near cracking Bitcoin encryption. And that includes your 12 and 24 word recovery phrases, right? That's what makes crypto secure, is they're cryptographically secure against all attacks, all brute force attacks against the cryptography, against the codes, right? So this holds also, there's public-private cryptography, which makes the Bitcoin blockchain transactions possible, that same technology can be used to send coded messages back and forth. And you can sign, it also allows a receiver to verify the sender. So if I have a cryptographic signature and I've given you my public key and I've sent you a secret message signed or by me, even if it's not encrypted, I'm sorry, not secret, let's just say a message, and I have signed it with my private key, you can use my public key to verify that signature and cryptographically determine that, yes, Rex sent it because I have his public key. It's the same concept with the wallet genuine check. There's a cryptographic handshake going on between the wallet and the server that verifies that it was, in fact, the actual wallet and it hadn't been tampered with. I do that all the time when I do software verification. So, like, for example, I'm going to close these out. If we go over to the Tor wallet, or Tor browser, pardon me, it's just the first one that comes to mind. There are cryptographic verification tools. See that signature thing right there? That is a cryptographic signature. And this will allow you to verify the Tor browser and make sure that it is, in fact, a valid copy of the Tor browser signed by the developers. This is cryptographic technology, and it's used in wallets as well. So I get people that are just terrified that somehow their wallet got hacked between the factory and their house. They're worried. The package looks like it may have been opened. Should I be worried? No. If it passes its genuine check, there's really nothing you need to worry about. That's wallet integrity. Maybe do 2 resets. Okay, yeah, sure. Why not? You have to learn how to run the laundromat. Okay. Dan likes Kepler Wallet. I like Kepler Wallet too. I think we got through all the news stories. And why does Robinhood Wallet limit crypto transfers to 5,000 a day? Couldn't tell you. That's a business decision on their part. I remember back in the day, back in 2017 and 18, when you could still use Binance, all you really needed was an email and a password to set up a Binance account. They didn't do any kind of KYC. And once you had an account, you could move crypto in and out and trade and deposit and withdraw crypto. And I believe that a basic account had a 1 or 2 Bitcoin daily withdrawal limit. Maybe it was 2. So at the time, let's just say Bitcoin was 20,000. That's like a $40,000 daily withdrawal limit. It didn't bother me. But why Robinhood has a $5,000 a day? Probably because it is a regulated broker. And I don't know. I mean, I would assume that if you want to withdraw 20,000 from your JP Morgan broker account, you can. I don't think that JP Morgan would have a $5,000 withdrawal limit daily, but those are bigger companies. And I think Robinhood just kind of caters to a lot of people, and they may be, they want to mitigate the risk of a run on their system if there was any panic. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, you'd have to ask them. I wish I knew the answer to everything, but sometimes I don't. Kojo, is it true Apple removed the MetaMask from the Apple Store? We talked about that story. It doesn't appear that Apple actually did that. It had something to do with, it was a technical issue that MetaMask dealt with and fixed, apparently. I don't know. It doesn't give all the details here, but that story is linked down in the description if you want to know more. But in answer to your question, I would say no, that is not true. Apple did not remove MetaMask from the Apple Store. It got removed because of a technical issue, but I don't think it was because Apple decided to remove it. Yep. Wait a minute. JP Morgan's lets you withdraw crypto. I'm talking about money. When you said Robinhood, oh, crypto. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was talking about money in general, and the question about Robinhood was a crypto transfer question. So I apologize. No, JP Morgan does not allow crypto. Although they do have kind of, they're doing a, they're doing a demo or a tryout of they have a digital token system for institutional investors. And I think it's in the testing stages. But as far as I know, JP Morgan does not have crypto. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about a $5,000 crypto limit. I don't know. I don't have a Robinhood account. So I know it's weird. You know, I've been in crypto for so long. I had a Binance account. I had a Bittrex account. I had a Coinbase account in 2017 and 18. And over the years, I've got a few other crypto exchanges, but I never really felt the need to open a Robinhood account because I consider that more of a stock trading kind of platform. They did add crypto at one point, but I never really felt compelled to open a Robinhood account. Let's see here with Coinbase. Well, I think I can maybe Google it. Coinbase withdraw limits. Withdrawals of both currency and fiat, both crypto and dollars, are limited. Coinbase exchange account holders have a default withdrawal limit of 100K. Yeah, so that's a far cry from $5,000, right? So my advice to you, if you want to send crypto in and out to your heart's content, maybe open a Coinbase account. Yeah, I have no idea why Robinhood limits transfers. It was Robinhood, wasn't it? Black Swan, thank you, Black Swan. Withdrawal limits are directly from the market maker limitations of each coin. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you tried to withdraw $1 million in some obscure ERC20 token, that wouldn't work because there's not that much liquidity available for that particular coin. Bitcoin, probably there wouldn't be any issue, or Ethereum, but as you get lower in the list of market cap, there are certain coins that just don't have that kind of liquidity. That's a good point, Dan. Do you still think it's safe to build your own USB wallet or no? You can build a Trezor device, from what I understand. I'm not sure where they keep the architecture of the hardware device, but it is my understanding that there is a way to get the 3D printer specs for a Trezor device and print one up yourself. They give you all the information you need to build your own device. But I'm not going to do that. I could say that I'm too lazy to do it, but I would also say that why reinvent the wheel? Why build one yourself when you could just buy one that's already made? And I have hardware wallets laying all over the house, you know. And if I want a hardware wallet, I usually will contact the company and ask them to send me one. So I'm not in that financial dilemma. But it would seem that it's easier to just buy one than make one. But I don't have anything against making one. Ferrari has turned to one of the biggest cryptocurrency payment processors, BitPay, for the initial phase in the U.S. and will allow transactions in Bitcoin, Ether, and U.S. dollar coin. I was not aware of that. Ferrari, BitPay. Okay, that's cool. So for those of you who aren't familiar, BitPay is kind of like PayPal in that they are a third-party payment processor for Bitcoin transactions. So basically what happens is you have to set up a BitPay wallet or account or whatever it is, or use the app. And then BitPay, and then you want to pay a company like Ferrari, they accept Bitcoin, but only through BitPay. They will generate a BitPay address for you, and then you will send them Bitcoin to that BitPay address. Now, not every crypto wallet is compatible with BitPay, but the Electrum Bitcoin wallet is. And I don't know that I still have these transactions in here. Yeah, I think this is a brand new wallet. There's nothing in there. There's a little bit of Bitcoin in there. But I had an old wallet where I bought some high-end equipment with BitPay. But it was from my Bitcoin wallet, and Electrum can interpret a BitPay address. Now, the reason that a merchant would use BitPay is because they will not receive Bitcoin on their end. BitPay will convert the Bitcoin to dollars or euros or whatever and put it in their bank for them. So Ferrari is not really accepting Bitcoin directly. They're using this payment processor company to, but it will allow me to use Bitcoin to buy a Ferrari if that's what I want to do. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. So, but that's exciting. That is exciting. Thanks for bringing that up, Dan. And it will also work with Ether and US dollar coin. Pretty cool. If you have enough Bitcoin to buy a Ferrari, and like most people that have a lot of Bitcoin, like me and Dan, or just want to hold it. But if you've got enough Bitcoin to want to spend, your Bitcoin on a Ferrari, more power to you. Yeah, I think that would be the least of your issues. I mean, if you're rich enough to have that much Bitcoin to throw around on a Ferrari, you probably have enough in your bank to go get one with cash, too. Okay. Or a Lambo. Yeah. Like the video, people. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah. Okay. So what can we move around today? I think we talked a little bit at the beginning about the new Trezor wallet, which is pretty cool. And let me see if we can figure out what's different about it. The newest Trezor hardware wallet with secure element protection, open source design, and on-device confirmation. So it doesn't look like it has a touch screen. So it's still similar to the Trezor 1. And you use Trezor Suite. It just looks like the screen is a little nicer than the Trezor 1. Next gen security. I think they've upgraded the secure element chip in this to give improved security. They've got EAL 6 Plus certification, which I think is the highest certification that you can get in Europe or the world, I guess. And passphrase and secure element turns your wallet into a vault. And it's open source. So yeah, it looks like a cool new wallet. Ultimate fortress for safeguarding digital assets. Cutting edge features including secure element EAL6. And it's an impenetrable security pair. Say farewell to crypto concerns with wallet backup. You're covered. Opt for the standard backup, just 12 word. Need more? Choose Shamir backup with multiple word lists. Okay. Yeah, so I think just kind of an upgraded Trezor 1, but higher security. I think a lot of people don't trust the Ledger device anymore and are moving to looking for other solutions. Trezor has come in and filled the gap pretty well, and it looks like they probably had quite a bit of sales, and it looks like they took their gains that they got when people started switching over to Trezor to make their product better, right? That's the way a good crypto wallet should work, right? So the same thing happened to Ledger. We were talking about this last week. When FTX collapsed, there was this huge rush to self-custody. Ledger became flush with money, and I guess they did try to put out a better wallet, right? The Ledger stacks. So kudos for at least doing that. But then they somehow, when things weren't working out with the Ledger stacks logistics, right? They couldn't get the item delivered. They decided to change tack. And instead of trying to make a better wallet, they decided that they should come up with some sort of subscription-based service to help people manage their seed phrases. And that just kind of blew up in their faces, right? So Trezor has decided to take, their recent gains in market share to create a better wallet, right? This is what they should have done. So, and at a good price point. Rather than improve the Trezor T, they decided to make a better Trezor 1 with improved security at a really good price point. So I have a feeling this wallet will do very well. What do you think about Cold Card hardware wallet? The good people at Cold Card were nice enough to send me one of their wallets, and I did a demo. Let's get this Trezor out of here. And so I have 2 videos on the Cold Card wallet. The first video was, where'd it go? Setup. This is our Cold Card setup video. And then I have a Cold Card, how to connect Cold Card to several wallets. So pretty complete. Am I muted again? No, I'm not muted. Don't scare me like that. Oh my gosh. I'll paste that one in. Oh, somehow I scrolled up to the top again. So yeah, those 2 videos. I think the Cold Card is a great secure wallet. It's Bitcoin only. So it's only for Bitcoin, so you can't manage any other coins except Bitcoin. That's one drawback, if you consider that a drawback, if it's just for your Bitcoin, I suppose. And it's pretty, it's very security oriented, but it's a little difficult to use. I'll put it that way. I've got mine is, whoops. This is my Cold Card here, and there's no touch screen. It's just like a a keypad entry and kind of a small LED screen. So not the most user-friendly wallet out there, but I give it very high marks for security. If you like, and the general consensus now is that we should spread our crypto assets among multiple wallets, right? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And the cold card is a great solution for storing like large amounts of Bitcoin, right? If you're savvy, right? But I want to give a word of caution to everyone out there. There seems to be, like if you're not into crypto, you get in, you're terrified, and you think that you should have the most secure wallet known to man, right? And that's your only concern is security. And then you get a wallet that is so secure and so intricate that you can't figure out how to use it right. And you manage to get some crypto in there, but you really aren't comfortable with using the wallet. You can't figure out how to get it out of there when you need it. So it's not really the best wallet for you if it's way too complicated for you to use. The best wallet for a newcomer is a wallet that is user-friendly. And there are a lot of wallets like that out there. The Ledger's pretty user-friendly, although the button is a little funky. The Trezor T is very user-friendly. I love the Trezor T. It has that cool touchscreen on it. There are lots of wallets out there that cater to ease of use, right? So don't go into this whole crypto thing trying to be super safe and secure. And then another word of caution. People think that they should add a passphrase. And yes, the passphrase is a way to make your wallet uber secure. But if you forget that passphrase, there's no way to retrieve it. That you can't call the company and do a password reset on a passphrase, right? It is a irreversible done deal. You are fully responsible for it. And people come into this thing not very comfortable with crypto. They manage to get the wallet set up, and they decide they're going to use the passphrase, and they use a really long and complicated passphrase that there's no way they're ever going to remember because they're worried that the hackers are going to steal their crypto. And then they lose it. They write it down and they lose it, or they write it down and it's illegible, and then when they're trying to re-enter it, they make typos because it's so long and complicated, and they freak out, and they might get lucky and somehow gain access to their crypto, or they might forget it and have it not written down, or have it written and lost. And then they're stuck. They're out of luck. They've lost their crypto. So please, when approaching cryptocurrency, don't get into this hyper freaked out mode about how you're worried that someone's going to steal your crypto, and then you manage to lose your crypto on your own by trying to set up a wallet beyond your level of competence. Please don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, it's only for Bitcoin, but it's a great wallet. It'd be really cool if Binance or other big exchanges will let us connect hardware wallet directly. Yeah, that's the problem with that is that if it's your private key, then it might as well just be in your wallet, right? The reason that we use exchanges is so that we can buy and trade crypto, and having it on our own wallet wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for them. Now, I get it. There are DEXs where you can connect your crypto wallet, but the beauty and the use case of a centralized exchange is that they have a lot of liquidity, and so that you can go on there and trade not only for Bitcoin and Ethereum, but small and obscure coins, because they have the they have the deep pockets that will allow you to swap and trade, relatively minor assets and they work like a broker. It's the same thing with stocks. The reason that we have brokers is if I wanted to buy, 10 shares of Apple, I'm not going to want to run down on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange and like scream at one of those traders. I just want to make a phone call. And the broker has liquidity. They have a bunch of money and stock, in their accounts. And so they can make good if I tell them over the phone, I want to buy 10 shares of Apple. The same thing with a crypto exchange. They're the ones that have all of these coins that allow you to make deposits and withdrawals and trades and all that. They have the liquidity to provide that service. So having your wallet connected to Binance, I don't know if it's really the best use case. I kind of separate the use of my wallet and the use of my exchange. The exchange is for buying and trading or cashing out. The wallet is for safe and secure storage and can also be used on DEXs, for third party, that type trading. But DEXs also have liquidity based on the community, right? There's still a need for liquidity. That's why people on DEXs do staking and liquidity farming, right? Because they're the ones providing the liquidity and they're getting a share of the trading fees for doing that. Right? Yeah, I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Binance might let you connect a hardware wallet. Pardon me, just bought 2 new ledgers to store somewhere in case of fire. That's good, right? One of the things that you can do is create a mirror backup of those ledgers so that if you do have a fire and you go to your safe deposit box to get your device, it will already be set up. So you won't have to do that restore. It'll be a done deal. It'll be just a mirror backup. So this video here talks about how to create a mirror backup by restoring a second device using the 24 seed phrase of your original. And this is applicable to any hardware wallet, really. You could make a mirror backup of your Trezor, mirror backup of your Ledger, mirror backup of just about any hardware wallet, if you have a second one, right, and a seed phrase. I got this Keystone Pro, Keystone 3 Pro, and I did a video. They sent me this one that's got a customized backplate. It's pretty cool. And I did a video. So if you haven't watched any of my videos lately, I've got the Keystone 3 Pro setup video. So I'll put a link to that down in the description. Pretty decent wallet. It's got some great features on it. It can be used as air-gapped wallet, but it also, let me turn these off. You can also use it with the USB cable. I haven't played around with that yet. The setup that I did was the pure air gap setup, but you can also connect it to your computer with a cable and apparently use it with MetaMask. I haven't done it yet, so but I'll probably do another video on that. I was trying to decide how we might do a transfer. What can we transfer from one wallet to another? This wallet's basically empty. Let me see. Let me check what I've got in the bank. I was doing my phone screen share when I was recording a video the other day, and I tried to open one of my bank accounts, and it said it detected that that the phone screen was being shared by my phone sharing app, and it wouldn't open. It was my Huntington Bank. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, let's see. I think there might be some crypto in my KuCoin account. Let's see here. Or my Kraken, pardon me. KuCoin is gone, unfortunately. Ugh, I gotta enter this password. Okay, give me a sec here. Okay, here we go. Got to touch my YubiKey. Whoops. It's up here. I think I waited too long. Ugh, come on. Let me try again. Let's try again. Ugh, where is my mouse? Sometimes my mouse just inexplicably just disappears. It's like, where is my cursor? Okay, there it goes. Got it. So I'm wearing plaids with plaids. All right. Okay, yes, there is some crypto in here. So let's do a withdrawal. And what should we withdraw to? Let's see. We could probably do a withdrawal to the... let's do the Keystone Pro, right? It's a brand new wallet. I've got this set up over here. I'm pretty sure... I think I need to get this camera. May or may not allow me to do this. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll try not to leave you guys hanging on the wrong camera. All right, so we'll go ahead and power this guy up. Ah, the camera froze on me already. Doggone it. It's okay. Oh, okay. Let's try it again. That's just weird. Okay, let's try again. Is it going to freeze on me? I don't know. All right, so I've got this thing booted up, and we want to receive some Bitcoin. Now, you can get a receiving address right here on the device, but you can also get it on your phone. So if we go to the Keystone app, I think it's here. There. Come on. I thought that I had done this. Ugh. And the camera froze on me again. Okay, you can still hear me though. Well, that's weird. Oh, I remember. They have a different app now. They have this this OKX thing. Okay. Yeah. God, that is so annoying. Whoops. Okay. It's just really annoying when that thing freezes on me. All right, so I do have some SHIB in here, but let's go and let's do a Bitcoin receive. And notice that you can see over on the, oh, I froze again. I give up. I give up. Let's just, you can hear me, so I guess we can do this. All right, so if you look at the address on the device, it matches the address, or no, it doesn't match the address over there. Ah, okay, let's see, is that it? No. All right. Okay. Well, okay, it's not going to cooperate with me. Okay, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and share and copy the address into my clipboard anyway. And I think I can go over to my KuCoin. God, I keep saying KuCoin. It's not KuCoin. It's Kraken. Oh, yeah, I wasn't able to get this to work. Okay, forget it. All right, so we're going to have to get it from the cryptocurrency. We're going to have to do it desktop. All right, so I'm going to share. With myself. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Done. All right, so we're going to have to go back over here. Thank God my main camera doesn't flake out on me. It seems like that side camera only freezes on me when I'm in the live stream. Well, my OBS Studio works just fine when I'm recording, so go figure. All right, so this is the address, but we're going to check our email to get it. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? There it is. Oh, it's the QR code. That's dumb. It's not what I want. Oh, okay. All right, well, stay calm. All you got to do is copy it into your clipboard, go over to your email, mail it to yourself. I don't know why it doesn't have my CryptoDad address in here, but I'm not going to freak out. You know, just paste it in there. In text format. Okay, and I'll send it to myself. Alrighty. Now we'll go back over here. We're going to check the email again. Oh, I had to do the other. Some reason it wouldn't give me my... Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, there's the email address. There's the Bitcoin address that we shared with ourselves. Now we can go back here and transfer crypto on the Bitcoin network. We need to withdraw. Okay. I need to create a new withdrawal address. This is Keystone Pro or Keystone 3 Pro. And the address is here. Got it. Okay. Okay. Ugh. God. Okay. Wow. Confirm the withdrawal address. Got that. Go back to the account. All right. We're going to do our transfer crypto. We're going to do our withdraw Bitcoin. And the withdrawal address should be the Keystone 3 Pro, right? Ends in BLJK. That's this. Okay. All right. That was a hassle. How much? 100%. Let's take it all. We'll withdraw. Off it goes. Hope I'm not muted. Let's go back here and we'll wait for that transfer. Okay, let's go back to the wallet here. Okay, so Keystone, the company, made a decision to abandon their companion app, and instead they have decided to use the OKX app as their go-to wallet. Now, I had a question, I think, on this video that I did about the OKX wallet, and the question was, isn't that a hot wallet? And the answer is, it is if you use it only on your phone. But when you use it with a hardware device, then the hardware device is stored on the private key of the wallet is stored on your hardware device, and it is not a hot wallet anymore. It is it's a hardware-based wallet. Even though you're using the app, doesn't mean that it's a hot wallet. In the same sense that MetaMask is a hot wallet if you use it without a hardware device, then it is a hot wallet. It runs in your browser. The private key is stored on your computer. But if you create an account based on a hardware device, then the private key for that account is on the hardware stored offline. So it is a hardware wallet. And then we'll just wait for this Bitcoin to arrive here. Hopefully. Let's see, we can go over here and that's this, right? We withdrew the Bitcoin. It's weird. Their reference ID is not the address of the wallet that I sent it to. So I don't understand why they do that. Most crypto exchanges will show you the details of the transaction. KuCoin has, God, I keep saying KuCoin. Kraken has this weird reference ID, which I guess you would have to go to their tech support guys. Joe Hugs, I'm sorry, Tuna Beast 9000 asked about Monero. I wouldn't be surprised if governments tried to ban the use of the Monero wallet. It's a little hard to ban the use of a crypto wallet. This gets back to our discussion with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not really censorable. It is traceable, trackable, but you can't really stop Bitcoin from moving from one wallet to another unless that wallet is on a centralized exchange, and that, like Binance, and they agree to ban certain addresses from making deposits or withdrawals, or simply just stealing all the crypto in someone's account because they're the bad guys, right? Which I don't agree with, right? If you're going to be a cryptocurrency exchange, it doesn't give me much trust in a crypto exchange when they cooperate with authorities to steal crypto out of people's accounts based on their politics. I get it, they're terrorists, but who's to say that somebody might deem you or me a terrorist and then tell Binance or Coinbase to steal all the crypto out of my account? And that comes down to self-custody as well. That's why we don't store our crypto long-term on exchanges, for those very reasons, right? Because somebody up there might make a decision, and the crypto exchange that you're dealing with may agree to let your crypto account be drained or frozen, or blocked or whatever. But wallet-to-wallet transfers can't really be censored. So Monero, in that sense, Monero was delisted from a lot of exchanges back a few years back over concerns that it was used by criminals and couldn't be tracked or traced. Governments don't like when people block their prying eyes from stuff, right? That's why, in 2015 or 16, we had this big blow up with the government and Apple over a locked iPhone. Government doesn't like people being able to lock them out of their private transactions. Same with crypto, right? Governments don't take too kindly to being blocked, taken out of the equation. So it wouldn't surprise me if the government at one point just simply said, using Monero is illegal now, but they wouldn't be able to block it, right? Just like when the government of the U.S. declared that alcohol was illegal, people still drank. Yeah. And that turned out to be a huge failure because everyone in the country became a criminal that wanted to drink. So, yeah. Let's see here. So far, governments can only ban the fiat off-ramps. Yes, that's true, JDO. Canadian truckers were considered unwanted and unbanked as a result. That's a very good example. We're talking about Bitcoin and the Israelis working to block Hamas's crypto accounts. Well, not just block, but actually drain their accounts and move all of the value to the what was it? The funds may be, whoops. Oh, I'm looking at that. Here it is. Any funds seized are destined for the Israeli National Treasury. So, what if Canada decided to empty out all the crypto accounts on Binance of anyone that donated to the trucker convoy and move that money to the Canadian National Treasury? I don't think that would go over very well. No. So it sets precedents, right? That's my problem with this. It sets precedents. Today it's, confirmed terrorist. Tomorrow it could be alleged terrorist. And then, next year it might be anyone that disagrees with the government, posts a blog or says the wrong thing on social media. Now they're considered persona non grata and their accounts are emptied, right? That's what this leads to. And that's the problem I have with it. I'm not taking sides with, good or bad, good or evil terrorists or freedom fighters. It's that Binance is like getting involved and helping people. They trust, you open a Binance account, you trust that, they're not going to steal your crypto. And then, well, Binance is stealing people's crypto now. CryptoDad, can your USD or USDT be frozen on your ledger? No. No, they can't do that because the ledger is a self-custody wallet. But because USDC and US Tether are centralized, they have been known to ban certain wallet addresses from cashing out. Although I'm not, I don't know for sure, but from what I understand, Tether, maybe since it's kind of technically a centralized company, it's not really a good example of crypto because it is a centralized company and they have to back their assets with deposits. So it's not like a decentralized crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Monero. I believe that because those companies, Circle, which controls US dollar coin, and Tether, which controls USDT, are centralized. I believe they do have the power to block certain wallet addresses or freeze certain wallet addresses. I may be wrong about that, but I think they do. And that is because those are centralized companies. And yeah. I don't know how extensive their control over that is. I know that there are certain wallet addresses that can get blacklisted on major exchanges, so that, like, if there was some kind of hack on an Ethereum wallet and it's a known wallet, they can get blocked on major exchanges. But there are ways around that kind of stuff. As far as Tether and US dollar coin, I don't know the answer for sure as to whether the Tether company can actually freeze a certain amount of Tether in a particular wallet. Not sure about that. Yeah. Al Capone loved the US dollar and hasn't been banned. I sent a message earlier. Did I miss it? Dan, John McAfee's ghost. Golden Standard. I don't see John McAfee's ghost. Are you talking about a chat message or a comment on my YouTube channel? Because I don't see anything else in there. If you asked a question in the live stream that I didn't answer, maybe just like cut and paste it in again. Maybe I can get to it. Oh, I'm sorry. Golden Standard, he was asking me about making his own USB wallet. He says he wants to make his own so a company won't have anything to do with my keys. Okay, understandable. But companies don't save private keys. But I can't prove that, right? But it wouldn't be much of a wallet company if they were stealing people's crypto out of their wallets. John McAfee's ghost, I don't see your previous message. Let's not forget that any hardware maker can turn off its version of Ledger Live. That is true. Ledger can decide to disable Ledger Live because there's a component of Ledger. Well, Ledger Live is open source. I don't know if I'm running it, whether they can turn off that functionality once I have it on my computer. They can definitely turn off the genuine check functionality and the My Ledger update functionality, and maybe block software updates. But I believe if I'm already running the software on my computer, it would continue to function to a certain extent. But let's just say they could block its use. There are lots of third-party open source wallets out there that you can use to access the crypto on your Ledger device, like MetaMask. There's a lot of third-party wallets out there. Polkadot has them. And you've got a seed phrase that you can import into another wallet that doesn't rely on some centralized company for its, functionality, But that's a good point, JDO. Guys, I'm going to sign off. John McAfee's ghost. I'll look in my email and my YouTube comments and see if I can find that message that you sent me that I didn't reply to. But I'm going to go ahead and wind down now. Oh, did we get our crypto? Let's see. I don't think we got it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, the Bitcoin transfer worked out. I was going to move it back tonight, but I didn't. But you can see that you notice that I had some difficulty with getting that address in a format that I could use, right? I didn't have access to my Kraken on my phone. I only had access to it on my desktop. So I had to figure out how to get the address. So I ended up emailing it to myself. Now, if I were doing a deposit on Kraken, I could hold my phone up to my Kraken desktop address and scan the QR code if I'm going that direction. But what I was trying to do was withdraw to the wallet. So you saw how I worked around that. So, I think it was because I used S word for YouTube block the comment. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. Sometimes YouTube will flag comments before we even see them. But it's weird because there are some nasty comments that come through on the live stream sometimes that YouTube doesn't block. So it's weird. But yeah, I didn't see anything earlier. It's possible that YouTube flagged it. Thanks for coming, everybody. Sorry about the mic issue during the first minute or two of the live stream. I apologize. I overreacted. I freaked out because I thought I was going to have mic echo and then disabled my only working mic. Apologize for that. Once again, JDO, thanks for moderating. Dan, thanks for moderating. Kenny, thanks for all the news stories and coming early, as always. Asil, thanks for the donation. Good, thanks for the donation. Anybody that was here and asked a question, thank you. Let's go over here. Thank you for any of the people in the stream that subscribed. If you didn't say anything and just watched, thank you for that. Always good. The more the merrier. Check out my CryptoDad's store. It seems to be up and running. I'll try to put more cool stuff on there. Keep your eyes and ears open for my YouTube membership services. I'm considering moving to allowing members, which would give you an upgraded experience, but I haven't quite figured out what value to offer you. Could be like bi-weekly private Q&As or bi-weekly Q&A live stream or news updates or wallet troubleshooting. I haven't quite decided, but keep your eyes open for that because I'm looking to take advantage of all of the options available to me on my YouTube channel and my Shopify store. Keep an eye on that kind of stuff, especially coming into the Christmas season, right? Thanks everyone for being here. Don't forget, we do this every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. Oh, I forgot to record this week.